try sincerely for you, and I personally told her this last week. Like, okay, I don't beg for this pardon, but I will try and beg. But she's doing this, she's running for you, and she cannot tell me. She could have told me that okay, this is it. Like, what she did, and you now find out that she lied to me about that. She like.
Approach her. I don't mind if we never speak again in this house, honestly. First of all, you are very young and very gullible. Like anybody can easily just enter your head. You know what I think is happening here? You know when you give somebody so much, so easily, they start to become entitled, they don't appreciate you anymore.
You know, I listened to Doyin and Ilebaye's situation yesterday, and I came to the conclusion that it was high time that these two people went their separate ways. Yes, they should end that so-called BFF situationship that they have, and they should both play their games individually. Because guys, I analyzed the whole situation right from Sunday actually, and guys, from what I deduced, there's just so much entitlement in that friendship. There's just so much hypocrisy. They lack proper communication skills. They do not know how to communicate with each other. Doyin, for one, who is the older person and who talks a lot, one would expect that, oh, for someone that is that vocal, she would understand how to communicate. But then turns out that Doyin is a very, very terrible communicator. Yes, communication is not all about talking all the time. Communication is a three-way process. You talk, the message is sent, the other person receives it, and then you get feedback. But Doyin does not know how to even listen, not to even talk of waiting for feedback. She only understands how to send messages, send information, pass on. So guys, I analyzed their situation yesterday, and oh my god, it was just really draining. I mean, we've seen them quarrel twice and reconciled twice, and then this new one that happened yesterday, guys, oh my god, it was just really exhausting. I listened to both sides, and it turned out that they actually do have a valid reason why they're angry, you know, at each other. However, I just wished that they could sit down and have a proper conversation about it, you know, trash out their issues and just move on. But in their usual fashion, they had to first go rant to other people, right, in different ways and manners, of course, which I will also analyze on this video. So guys, you know what, let's get into this video. There's actually a lot to talk about because there's an actual backstory to why things have gotten to where they are now between Doyin and Ilebaye. So I'm going to spill it all on this video, all right? So please make sure you watch to the end. Do not skip out on any part so that you do not miss out, all right? And special greetings to all of you. Welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Bbnaija. This is Frankly Speaking with Bbnaija, and I am the girl with the T. If you're yet to subscribe, please, you know what to do. Just go ahead, follow the instructions on your screen, hit the red subscribe button to subscribe, like this video as well. All right, and oh guys, I don't know if you've noticed, I have a channel membership on my channel. There are two levels to it. There's a classic level, there's a premium level, and they both come with amazing perks. So please, if you are looking for a way to support this channel, that is just the easiest way to do it, all right? And yeah, please like this video and feel free to share. Now quickly, let's proceed with the details of this conversation. So last night, Ilebaye was upset that Doyin had led a movement in the house to seek pardons for Angel and not her. Now, she was specifically upset about the fact that Doyin had actually lied to her about not being involved and had not even told her that she was doing it for Angel. Now, that really got to her because according to her, she and Doyin has had several conversations about immunity in the house, about how scared she was, you know, about eviction, also about the fact that she felt like the housemates had been ganging up on her since week 1, and if they had an opportunity to evict her, like get her out of the house, they would do it. Hence the reason she was actually seeking, you know, that immunity via the pardon me please process. And Doyin had said that, okay, yes, she understood. But then it really hurt her when she had had a conversation with Venita, I think on Saturday or Sunday, on Saturday, and Venita had informed her that as at last week, she was supposed to be the one that got the pardon, the immunity from the rest of the house, because that was the agreement they had. But Doyin had manipulated the whole situation and had, you know, convinced them to give her the pardon instead. Now, that had really hurt Ilebaye. That had really broken Ilebaye because she felt betrayed. And her major hurt was in the fact that this is my best friend in this house. This person stands up for me. This person tells me every time that she has my back. This person has proven beyond all reasonable doubt that she has my back. You know, she stands up for me in public and in private. But why would she go ahead to ensure that I did not get the pardon last week? She got it for herself. And then this week again, she is pushing for Angel to get it and not me. And guys, the gist was that this week, people still wanted to give the pardon to Ilebaye, but Doyin once again said no, that they should give it to Angel because Angel has been the one that has been lobbying around for people. Now, guys, Angel was the person Ilebaye was having that conversation with. Angel had tried explaining the real situation to her, trying to let her understand that no, that okay, Venita gave you the information, but she actually mixed up the whole information. She mixed up the details, and then she had actually explained to Ilebaye that the only reason Doyin wanted her, that's she, Angel, to get the pardon this week is because she has been rallying around for people. So Doyin felt like, okay, she, did her a favor by helping her get everybody's pardon or most people's pardon last week. So it was time to repay the favor. And regardless of whatever it was a huge dilemma for Doyin because she had to choose between a loyalty to Ilebaye and repaying a favor, that's repaying gratitude, to Angel. So Angel has successfully explained all of that to Ilebaye, but she was kind of worried because she did not understand why, as at last week's one, Doyin had gone all out to ensure that she did not get the pardon. Now, it was quite understandable, everything that Ilebaye had actually explained to Angel. And guys, I really appreciated the fact that in the course of their conversation, never for once did Ilebaye hurl any form of insult at Doyin. She only expressed her sadness. She only talked about how she felt betrayed. But Doyin, on the flip side, was having conversations with Angel because Angel was trying to, stand as a mediator between both of them. So after the conversation with Ilebaye, Angel had gone ahead to, have the same conversation with Doyin. And Doyin was already riled up. She was upset. She was irritated. She said she was not ready to have any conversation at all with Ilebaye. That Ilebaye is selfish. Ilebaye is stupid. She's so naive. She doesn't know blah, 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 blah. She's so entitled. Now, what Doyin was saying, some of the things that she was saying actually made a lot of sense. However, my issues were the words that she was using to express herself, the insults, guys. And this is not the first time. I just felt like it was completely unnecessary. Yes, every time she was explaining her own side of the issue between herself and Ilebaye, she always resorted to insults to really express how she felt. And guys, it was just quite disturbing. Now, Angel was trying to explain to her that, listen, this girl might not really understand all of these things. You need to help her to understand. And she now started saying that, before she came into the house, Beauty, her friend, had actually given her a heads up about Ilebaye. That, being friends with Ilebaye will be kind of difficult because Ilebaye is a sweet person, but then her psyche, she's not fully mentally developed. She still has the mind of a child. And she knew that was going to be a struggle. And guys, you see, when Doyin made that revelation, that was when it dawned on me that, so all of this friendship BFF thingy, we've been right all along. Yes, we've been right. It's all been a strategy for Doyin. It's been premeditated right from the get-go. Yes, and guys, if there's one thing we know for sure, we know for a fact that Doyin thrives in friendship with people that are weak. Weak in the sense that they get bullied, they get picked on, they are usually the object of ridicule of a lot of people around them. That is where Doyin really thrives. Hence the reason her friendship with CEECEE is not really working, because CEECEE is also a bold individual. CEECEE is highly confident, very, very vocal, highly assertive. As a matter of fact, almost more assertive than Doyin in some areas. And so Doyin has seen that, okay, this person has too much of a bold, personality, so she cannot thrive in that relationship, because if you are friends with CEECEE, you would have to be a follower, because CEECEE would always stand as the leader. And Doyin does not thrive in friendships like that. In every friendship that she finds herself, she wants to be at par with the person or maybe slightly above the person. And that is the privilege she enjoys in a friendship with Ilebaye. So guys, I listened to both sides yesterday and I was just really sad, because you could see clearly that there's a difference in how they communicate. Doyin speaks over Ilebaye a lot. Hence the reason I feel like Ilebaye is avoiding having conversations with Doyin, because Doyin would never allow her to express herself. Doyin would want to talk and talk and talk and shove down her opinion down Ilebaye's throat. Ilebaye would have to be subdued and take it all in. And it makes me wonder, like, okay, as smart as Doyin is it that she doesn't really see that the same level of bullying that she had been receiving from some of the housemates since week 1, the way some of the housemates like Bbnaija had been trying to stifle her, that is the same thing Doyin in a way does when they have issues, or when Doyin feels like there's something Ilebaye is doing that she does not like. Oh, and talking about things that Doyin does not like that Ilebaye does, there was a situation where I think it was on Saturday or Sunday morning when Bbnaija had been insulting Doyin back to back, and Ilebaye had gone to apologize to Bbnaija on Doyin's behalf, had gone to even beg Bbnaija to, tone it down with the insults, because Bbnaija was literally hurling curses like Doyin would never carry her own children. It was that bad. And Bbnaija had decided to use that opportunity to try to manipulate Ilebaye. Ilebaye sat down there quietly, listened to everything, and just to play her own cards right, after the conversation, they had hugged, Bbnaija had kissed her on the cheek. And Doyin had seen both of them from upstairs, up the head of house lounge, and that had really pissed her off. And she had called Ilebaye to the toilet, had scolded Ilebaye, and she was kind of triggered, like, oh, are you going to take what other people have been saying about me over what I have been showing to you, that I am a true friend? And Ilebaye had tried to convince Doyin, and in Doyin's usual fashion, she had gone on and on and on to talk and complain and nag and nag and nag. And Ilebaye had assured her that, listen, that was supposed to be a peace talk. I only went there on your behalf. But Doyin was upset. Oh, why would you go and speak to Bbnaija on my behalf? You should not have. I will never apologize to her, blah, blah, blah. She completely lost what Ilebaye was trying to explain to her. She refused to understand. And she had carried that anger in her heart, spoke about it with CEECEE, spoke about it with other people, and then Kidwire. And Kidwire had told her that in that friendship, she was, the one giving and giving and giving, and Ilebaye is not giving anything back. That every time Ilebaye has issues, she's there to fight. When she has issues, Ilebaye is not there to fight, which is true, guys. But that conversation with Bbnaija made me realize that because of Ilebaye's 2 strikes, she cannot use the same energy that Doyin uses to fight to defend Doyin. She has to toe the line of dialogue. She has to thread carefully, which she did and which worked, because Bbnaija automatically stopped insulting Doyin that day. So guys, look at the relationship. If you look at it clearly, you will see that it's not really balanced. Of a truth, there's a sense of entitlement from Doyin and also from Ilebaye as well. And sometimes Ilebaye does not want to burden Doyin too much, but Doyin feels obliged to do what she's doing. And guys, we've concluded that what she's doing is to create her own highlights, because there's no other way for her to create highlights other than using someone that's downtrodden in the house. So guys, the relationship is getting toxic, if it's not already toxic. And at this point, I just feel like they would both thrive better in their own spaces. They would do better in their game, in their own spaces, although I doubt if Doyin will be able to survive, because already Ilebaye has her own game going on. But Doyin, I doubt if she's gonna be able to survive, because from the look of things now, our existence in that house is heavily dependent on Ilebaye's traumas, Ilebaye's issues with people. So guys, these are my observations. Just go ahead, let me know your thoughts about this whole situation. And I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing day. Bye.